Before we start this webinar, I would like to tell you that at the end of this video, there will be a chance for a few people to book a free consultation with me, but only when you get to watch till the end. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hanif Umar. I am an entrepreneur and a business owner like you. I have been doing this since when I was a kid. I could proudly say right from my early days in primary school, there was never a time in my life that I am not into sales. Okay, that I was not into sales. English is hard. Sure. I could proudly say that right from my early days in primary school, there was never a point in time that I wasn't into sales of some kind. So I am very passionate about seeing businesses grow and learning all I could about running a successful business, which is why I went to study a master's degree with a marketing specialization from the prestigious Dangote Business School. I am naturally ahead, of course. I am an ABU alumni. Is it alumni or alumnus? And I have trained over 3,700 people, 3,700 business owners in the last 5 years. And currently I am the CMO, the Chief Marketing Officer at Nasir Creative Marketing. So without wasting a lot of time, let's jump into the business of the day. But before then, by the left, that is me. And by the right, that is my father. Okay, so let me not waste a lot of your time. As we are all aware, a lot of businesses are dying today because of the current economic landscape, which is not favorable. We all know, obviously, which is not favorable for the vast majority of Nigerians. So the purpose of this video will be to share from my experience some key strategies that will help you as a business owner to not only survive, but increase your sales in your business and watch your business skyrocket. So obviously everybody is aware, even the politicians, President Tinubu, everybody, even international, like foreign investors, everybody is aware that Nigeria is going through a significant economic challenges. We are all aware, and the middle class is rapidly shrinking due to the hyperinflation market that we are in, a rising exchange rate. At the time of recording this video, I think dollar is exchanging at 1,800 naira per dollar, which is crazy. Nigeria has never gone through a situation like this. This is new. Kungane. So there is a general economic hardship that everybody is dealing with. Even politicians are going through this hardship. I believe me, even politicians know about this hardship. So these factors have shifted the consumer behavior dramatically. And today, I want to share with you some actionable strategies that can help your business to not just survive, but grow by increasing your revenue and profit. So on my list, I have about 5 to 6 strategies that you can implement immediately. The first one is you trying to change your business model. The problem with most businesses is that they have been using the same business model for years, but the economy has been changing. The economy has been changing slowly, and people have not been adjusting their business models. Are you getting me? So the problem is people have been using the same business model for years, but the economy has changed significantly in the past few years. From 2023, that was when we had this new government. To date, the impact of these economic policies by the government has significantly affected the buying power of consumers. That means people can no longer afford basic items that they used to. Are you getting it? Basic stuff is becoming luxury for most individuals, and I'm sure your customers are not exempted. And the one way you make money as a business owner is when your customers maybe give you their hard-earned money. So now these customers are struggling to even survive. They are struggling to survive, which means that will significantly affect you as a business owner. So I'm sure you have probably noticed a drop in your sales, especially if your sales are middle class, which by the way make up the majority of purchases. So what do you do in a situation like this? What do you do when you notice people are no longer buying your product like they used to? So the solution is to introduce smaller, more affordable versions of your product. For most businesses, you can offer more affordable versions of your product. Let's look at the cowbell story once again. This is cowbell. Let me tell you a quick story. When Cowbell wanted to introduce their products, they look at the current situation at that time. And at that time, it was in the 90s. Only rich people could afford milk, as it was considered a luxury. Milk was considered luxury. And it was largely because it was only sold in bulk, like it was sold in large containers, heavy containers. So if you don't have maybe 10,000, you cannot buy that milk, unless if you go to maybe to some of your rich uncles' houses, and then maybe they could afford milk, and then maybe you are lucky enough to walk into their rooms when they are about to maybe take breakfast, and you get to have a cup of tea with milk. So what Cowbell did, which changed the narrative, which actually changed everything, was they introduced this smaller sachet. Kungani, they introduced this smaller sachet. Let me highlight it. So let's say milk was sold in this large container. Maybe it was sold at maybe 10,000 per. I'm not sure how much it was sold at that time, but let's say it was sold at 10,000. So when Cowbell came, they decided to offer more variants of this milk. They decided to do this, which is a little smaller, and then maybe they also made this, which is also probably more affordable, and then they decided to make this tiny sachet. Kungani, I hope you are getting me. So they decided to make milk affordable because they wanted to attract the mass middle market, the mass middle class. So they were able to achieve that by introducing the milk in this small sachet, which consumers could buy and consume just once. Ladies and gentlemen, after Cowbell did that, it was very, very successful. Other milk brands started to copy Cowbell, and it wasn't just milk companies that started copying. Like a lot of companies started to introduce smaller variants of their products, which was a successful strategy by Cowbell. So you can consider doing that to your business. You can consider doing that, obviously. If you, let's say, if you are in the retail business, let me see if I can give you maybe, some few examples, before I give you the takeaway. The fast-moving consumer goods, all of those items that are consumed on a daily basis, stuff like maybe what's Omo in English? Detergent, yeah, stuffs like detergent, the milk, the tea bags, all of those consumer goods that are consumed on a daily basis, all this Maggi, the Omo, all of those items. So they started copying this, and today we see that not only FMCG, other forms of businesses as well are implementing this strategy, this simple strategy, and it is working for them. So let me quickly give you an example. Let's say you sell women's laces, and you have different lace for different prices. You can decide to give emphasis on good quality laces that are affordable, because people are not able to afford these things that they used to afford before this government. People used to afford maybe high quality stuff, but because of the economic challenges, people are now looking for affordable versions, affordable alternatives. So you can do that by introducing a more affordable, or maybe a smaller version of your product. It doesn't matter what you do. If you produce the items yourself, you can do that. And if you maybe import it, or maybe you buy them from a wholesaler, you can decide to introduce, if you used to sell your items, if you only used to sell the luxury items, because everybody is trying to appear expensive, everybody is trying to sell luxury on Instagram. So if you are fond of doing that, this is the right time for you to consider also bringing items that are very, very much affordable, items that your audience can afford. I am not telling you to abandon the luxury items that you are selling, but you should introduce a more affordable item alongside the luxury you are selling, obviously. So that is one. Also, just because I gave you an example in the laces business, it doesn't mean you can only implement that when you sell fabrics. You can pretty much implement this, adopt this strategy to most of the businesses we see online. So the actionable takeaway is, what I need you to do is to brainstorm 2 to 3 ways that you could offer a more affordable version of your product or service without compromising your brand. Of course, I just gave you an example with the lace business. So I don't know what you do. You should sit down and brainstorm how you can implement this strategy. So moving on, the second strategy I have is exploring flexible payment solution. You see, high inflation means your customers have tighter budgets, and they may avoid big upfront costs. So for businesses that sell high ticket offers, I just talked about the people that are into sales of luxury items. So if you are selling high ticket offers, if you are selling expensive products, if you sell products that are quite expensive or a little out of reach for the average earner, maybe you sell real estate, you sell automobile, you sell maybe solar power or all these green energy solutions, and even schools. If you are running a school, all those posh schools that we see, those schools that will cost you an arm and a leg to send your kids to. So if you are into such businesses, in short, if you sell anything above 100,000, you may need to come up with plans to make your product affordable to your audience. We all know that the minimum wage is 77,000, and a bag of rice is almost twice the minimum wage. I don't want to talk too much, but then if you are into sales of a high ticket product, you don't have to slash your prices, so you don't have to run promo all the time. But what you can do is you can introduce introduce flexible plans, like payment plans, maybe payment on installments. Are you getting it? So This is when you try and give your customers the options to maybe spread the payments over a period of time. And this has worked in so many industries. And if your products are quite expensive, like I said, you may try this strategy. And believe me, chances are it will work for you too. But there is a catch. You don't just give people your product and then you expect them to pay you small Kungani. There are ways to implement this strategy, and one of those ways is to partner with a fintech service provider. I think Paystack are doing that, and Seller. If you sell maybe digital products, you can use Seller to do all of that. So it automatically debit your customers when they input their information. It will automatically debit them when at the intervals that you agree between you and your customers. Are you getting it? So the solution is to offer flexible payment and installment options. There are these platforms that I think you can explore. I think one of them is CD Care, that you can buy stuff on those platforms and then you get to pay them small, pay small, pay as you go. Are you getting it? Let me give you an example. You see, one of the shortfalls, one of the shortcomings of DSTV is DSTV. I don't know, maybe recently they have changed, I don't know, but then back then when you buy DSTV you do monthly subscriptions. Is that right? You do. The subscriptions are very, very much expensive. Then when GoTV came, when what's this brand? Is it Star something? Is it Star Times? Yes. When they came, they introduced more affordable subscription plans. They will give you tiers, and then they are actually charging you pay as you go, right? This same thing happened with was it MTN? All these telecommunication businesses, I think when Etisalat came, they decided to introduce pay as you go. Before it used to be making phone calls used to be very, very much expensive. So when Etisalat came, they decided to introduce a system that you are only charged when you actually make phone calls. You are charged by the second. Do you get it? That back in the days when you try to make phone calls, I think they charge you a fixed amount of money. Maybe when you make any phone call, whether it's 1 minute or whether it's 2 minutes, or maybe they will charge you maybe 100 naira. But then when Etisalat came, they decided to charge you by the second. So if you spend maybe 5 seconds, they will only charge you maybe 20 naira, unlike what the previous brands used to do. But you can always make your findings and verify. I am not very, very sure of the fact, but I know it works. So I will try and give you an example. If you are a Lefe seller, we know what Lefe means. You may introduce an Adashi system where you offer a sort of piggy bank, a sort of asusu for intending grooms like us. Hey. So for people like us who wish to get married and which it's going to maybe be difficult for us to just part away with our maybe 5 million naira because we are trying to buy Lefe. So if you are a Lefe seller, you can maybe introduce another share system for us. Maybe every month we get to give you a so amount of money, and then as we are giving you, you are maybe putting aside some items for us, and then when we finally pay complete, maybe when the budget is 5 million naira, and maybe I may decide to give you 200,000 naira every month. So when I finally complete my 5 million naira, I get to walk away with my complete adashi. That will help a lot of people like us. Actually, a lot of people will enjoy that, and that means you will make more sales as a business owner. And for car dealers, I have noticed that a couple of car dealers are implementing this strategy. they introduce payment on installment. So an individual can pay in like 3 or 4 installments. If maybe a car is 10 million naira, you can pay maybe 2.5 million naira over 4 years. You can spread the payment in 4 years. This strategy, the first land I bought was actually paid in installments. I paid 500,000 naira upfront and I spread the remaining 2 million naira in 12 months. And it was easy for me because I was making quite some money, but then I couldn't afford to like just give 2.5 million naira to acquire a piece of land. So by this strategy, you are making it affordable for your customers to get your products. So the actionable takeaway, what I will ask you to do is to think about which of your products or service, which of them you could maybe which of your products could be offered with a payment plan, and what terms will be attractive to your customers, because you need to like sit down and think, how can you attract your customers with this strategy? But trust me, this will work for you. It will work for you. And like I said, there are some softwares that you can use to automate these things. You don't have to be calling your customers all the time and asking them for your balance, because they will automatically get debited. Kungani. So moving on, let's move to the next strategy. And the next strategy is making a pivot. Like you pivot to digital offerings and e-commerce. So you see, operating a brick and mortar business reduces scalability. The thing is, it doesn't matter how much money you make. What matters is speed. If me and you start a business together and both of us are making 200,000 every day, I will think of ways to increase my earnings by the time. So instead of making 200,000 in a day, I will maybe shorten that period of time to make 200,000 maybe in 2 hours. So if I make 200,000 in 2 hours while you continue running your business the same old way, I will end up making more money obviously than you. So one way to do that is when you incorporate digital solutions to your business, things like e-commerce. Kungani, are you getting? I hope you are getting me. I hope I'm making a lot of sense. So businesses are leaving so much money on the table simply because they do not have a website. So the number one thing that you need to, the most fundamental thing, if you want to fully move digital as a business, is to have a website. A lot of business owners, see, in the north where I come from, 90% of business owners at least do not have a business website, do not have a website for their business. And the advantages of having a website for your business are numerous. Like, I cannot start listing the advantages of having a website in your business, for your business. So there are a lot of advantages, like I said, part of which is you can automate and streamline your sales. If you are making 1,000 naira in a day, when you have a website, you can automate everything and you can make as much as 5,000 naira or even 10,000 or even more, because people are interacting with your website, not you. You are automating stuff. Maybe if you are the one answering your customers, you can only attend to maybe 10 people at a time, but your website can attend to 100 people at a time or even more. So the solution is to invest in a digital or e-commerce component to streamline your sales and lower your cost, because you don't have to hire so many sales reps. Kugani, you don't have to hire so many sales reps. You don't have to hire a lot of customer care or assistants in your business when you have website, because everything is automated. You only need a few people, maybe people who are going to manage your website or manage your digital infrastructure, obviously. So if you sell educational products, if you sell maybe online courses, if you sell courses or anything, information, you can actually incorporate this idea. this strategy. And if you also own a retail business, you can set up a simple website that highlights your most popular products. It will also help you in keeping inventory and a lot of things basically. So see, if you want to learn more on how you can actually use websites to improve your business or improve your sales, you can maybe book a free consultation with me at the end of this webinar, of course. But only a few slots are available because I don't have all the time in the world to give you free consultations. So the takeaway is I am not saying that you must build a website too, but I will seriously recommend that you build one for your business if you want to level up your sales. So there is no serious takeaway here, actionable takeaway. If you want to learn more, maybe you can hit my phone and I will give you all the advice that I can. So the next strategy is by diversifying your income, diversifying your revenue stream. This is one of my favorite actually. So the problem is a lot of businesses are relying on a single income stream, which is very risky in volatile markets like a hyperinflation market that we are experiencing in Nigeria. So a lot of businesses rely only on one income stream. And the thing is, you don't necessarily have to start up multiple businesses to have a diversified income stream. You can actually increase your income streams within the same business that you are running, whatever it is. There are at least 6 ways that you can increase your income stream in your current business. There are about 6 ways, and I am going to tell you briefly what these 6 ways are. The first is you can sell products. The second way is by selling a service. The third way is by selling and maybe by running an agency, and then a community, and then finally subscription, and then finally having a shared resources. So let me briefly explain. By selling a product, when you let me give you an example. Let's say you are selling a ready-made. You sell ready-made clothes. So if you sell ready-made clothes, that clothes that you are selling as a ready-made package is your product. So if you want to increase your income stream, you can start maybe collecting people's fabrics to do the sewing for them. That's offering service. That's you now have 2 income stream. If you already have 2 income stream, you can run an agency. So running an agency is simply affiliate marketing. You can maybe link people and businesses in your business. Let's say, if I am giving you an example of a ready-made business. So a ready-made business, if you want to run an agency under your ready-made business, maybe you can link other businesses who sell ready-made clothes to some of your customers, and then you get to charge those businesses a commission. Not necessarily businesses that are selling the same thing as you. Let's say you are selling a ready-made cloth, for example, and then somebody wants to buy a handbag, and you know that this person is selling handbags. Then you now introduce your customers who are buying ready-made from you. You introduce them to the person selling handbags, and then when they make a successful transaction, the person selling handbags will now give you a cut. They will give you maybe some percentage, a tiny percentage as reward for you introducing your customers to them. Kungane, you have customers who are ladies, for example, and your friend is setting up a spa. You can now introduce your customers to your friend's business who is running a spa, and then your friend will now pay you for each of your customer that visits the spa to get their body done. That's affiliate marketing. Literally, that's affiliate marketing. So that's another way to increase your revenue stream. So now you have 3 revenue streams. Then the fourth one is by building a community. So you have a community of people who love your clothes, who love abayas, and then somebody wants to have access to that community. You charge them. Let's say you have a community of 50,000 people in a group. 50,000 people who are abaya lovers. Maybe you sell abayas, I don't care. Maybe you sell abayas and you have a community of 50,000 people. Then somebody, let's say Aisha as a business owner, needs access to those community of people who love abaya because maybe she wants to sell something to them. And based on her research, her customers, her ideal customers are people who love abayas. She's not going to get access to those people for free. You can charge her. You can tell her that, okay, I will help you to post this your advert in my community, but you will give me 100,000. So I see quite a number of people doing this, which is very, very good. Like there's this person that I have been in contact with. I don't want to mention her name, but she does that a lot. She's now a mini influencer on WhatsApp. She's advertising people's businesses, and what she's doing is she's selling access to her community of story viewers on WhatsApp, and she's getting paid for doing that. Then the fifth way that you can increase revenue in your business is to sell a subscription. If you are selling ready-made clothing, you can actually bundle maybe 2 ready-made clothes and sell them as a subscription. One of my coaches actually gave us this example that he gets his clothes on a subscription basis. Like every month his tailor sends him at least, I think every month his tailor sends him 2 or 3 ready-made clothes, 2 or 3 ready-made clothes every month, and he is like charging him every month. He's paying the tailor every month. So that's a subscription. That's a subscription. Then the final way that you can increase your income stream is by having a shared resources. Let's say as a ready-made tailor, you sell ready-made clothes. There are times that you don't use your sewing machine, and then you can maybe you can rent it out. Maybe somebody can come to your tailoring hub and maybe use your space for free. No, not for free, actually, for a fee. So if you are a tailor, you do ready-made clothing. Maybe you only work on Mondays to Fridays. You don't work on Saturday and Sundays. You can actually call somebody who doesn't have those equipments that you have to come and use your equipment, and then you get to charge them. Maybe you have an office space and there is maybe one corner that you are not using. You can actually call somebody to come and use that space, and then you charge them. So that's another way you increase revenue in your business. See, there are other ways actually, and then if you want to like learn how you can personalize, how you can implement any of these strategies, you can actually give me a call. You can give me I can give you a free 15 minutes, which is very, very limited because I am involved in a lot of things. So the actionable takeaway is you need to identify one potential add-on or complementary service that you could offer to increase revenue. If you already have 2 revenue streams in your business, you should think of adding one out of these 6 examples that I gave you. So you can actually do that. And don't forget, you can reach out to me if you want a personalized consultation on this topic. And the 5th strategy is you should focus on customer retention. You see, acquiring new customers is very, very costly, especially in today's market. So I want to assume that you have database of your customers, like every customer that bought something from you in the past few years. Maybe you have their data, you have their WhatsApp numbers at least, or their emails. Maybe you know their names, you know their locations, their maybe birthdays and all of that. So instead of you to try and chase new customers all of the time, one way to increase your sales, see, the surest way is to retain your old customers. Don't let them go somewhere else. And how do you do that? By introducing loyalty programs. Maybe you tell them that since you've been our customer for so time, we would like to appreciate you. So we are offering you 5% discount on your next purchase. Just some fancy words that you use. And then another way is by regular follow-ups. Maybe you know their birthdays, you wish them on their birthdays. Maybe if you know that maybe you sell, there is this, let me give you this example. Maybe you run a pharmacy, and then somebody walks into your pharmacy and buys maybe drugs for diabetes. Let me not use phonetics and finish you people. So somebody walks into your pharmacy to buy drugs for diabetes. You know that people who consume drugs for diabetes, they maybe consume them unendingly, if that's a word. They consume them like continuously. That's the word, I think. So if a person consumes these drugs continuously, maybe when they walk into your store, you ask them that, is this drug for you? Are you buying this for yourself? Are you buying it for your grandmom? Are you buying it for your dad, or for your mom, or for your girlfriend? Ask them relevant questions so that you know how to follow up. So when they buy the drug that will last them for a month, you should be like estimating when it's almost a month. You send them a reminder that you can deliver the medicine. You notice that their drugs is about to finish, you can deliver it to them for free. Just stuff like that. So that this is not only applicable to the medicine business. Whatever it is that you do, if you know that your stuff is consumed maybe on a regular basis, maybe you sell Traranguta, and then you know that if somebody uses maybe 35 cl of your Traranguta, if it will finish in maybe a month, you should know, because you know your product better than anybody. You can even chat the person up, like when they come to buy your Traranguta, you ask them, so how frequent do you use Traranguta? You are just trying to like get to know how often they will need your product in the future. So when that time approaches, you know that it's about time for them to like buy Traranguta again. You start to send them messages. You start to follow them up, start to recommend your products. Maybe you can even tell them that you have this new product that you want to test, and you want to give them a trial copy or something. Just be creative. So that's one way to do to retain your customers. And another way is to offer exceptional customer service. My voice is beginning to... I will quickly round up. So that's another way, customer service, exceptional customer service. And then let me try and give you an example. But I think I've given you an example, right? But then you can send monthly newsletter. You can offer discounts. You can offer maybe personalized check-ins. Like I said when I was talking about the medicine example, the pharmacy example, So these are ways that you can actually retain your customers. There are a lot of ways actually, but then for the purpose of this video, I can only talk about this. If you would like me to give you a personalized example, a personalized solution to your business, you can always reach out to me. I can maybe give you a 15-minute consultation, free consultation, of course. So the actionable takeaway is to identify 2 ways you could improve your customer retention for your business. Of these few examples that I gave, which are you going to implement? Then finally, the last strategy for this session is targeted social media marketing. See, the problem is everything we discuss in this video is almost useless if you cannot communicate it to your target audience. And the problem with most business owners is they do not have clarity about who their ideal target audience is, which is a very, very big mistake. As a business owner, you are expected to know your customer in depth. You are expected to know when your customer enters toilet. You are expected to know when your customers eat food. You are expected to know your customers' favorite, this and that. Actually, I'm a bit exaggerating, but you are supposed to know your customers really, really well. So if you do not know your customers, if you do not know where to find them online, all of this surutu that we just did is practically useless. So the solution is to implement strategic campaigns. You start by trying to identify who your customer is, who your ideal customer is, who is supposed to buy from you, and where are you going to get them on social media. Then you use cutting edge strategies. Some of these strategies, you use a combination of 1 or 2 strategies that we just mentioned. You need to figure out if these strategies are going to work for you in the first place. Not all of these are going to work for you, of course, but most of them are going to work for you. So you need to figure out a combination of these strategies. Maybe you can implement the first or second strategy, or maybe you can implement strategy 1 and 2, or 3 and 4, or 3 and 5. So you need to do that. You need to implement these strategies strategically. So you see, if you mess up in this final strategy, then chances are the previous strategies are not going to work for you. So like I said, we are in one of the most challenging economic environments in recent history, and the strategies we discuss will help you to adapt, but implementing them on social media takes time and expertise. It takes expertise. So I want you to imagine having a dedicated partner who handles your social media marketing, who ensures that your messaging aligns with what customers need to hear right now. If you are ready to refocus on what you do, best, I would like to request you to allow us, me and my team, to handle your marketing, your social media marketing, your overall marketing, in fact. So what we are going to do is I am going to maybe give you my number. So I will give you, this is my number. This is actually my private number, because I get a lot of messages on my business line. So I'm giving you this personal number just today. So you can actually reach out to me on this number to book your free 15-minute consultation, and let's see how we can implement any of this strategy, or how we can take care of your social media marketing or your overall marketing. So remember, this is only valid for the next 48 hours. That is today and tomorrow, depending on when you are watching this video. That it is only valid for the next 48 hours. So give me a call and let's see how we can grow your business today. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful rest.